MakeAWish Central California was founded in 1983 and has granted more than 8,500 wishes to children with critical illnesses in the community. Joining us today to talk about how big of a difference a wish can make in a child's life is Kathleen Price, VP of Development, Central California, Make-A-Wish Northeastern and Central California and Northern Nevada, and Dr. David Sine, Concurrent Care Pediatrician at Valley Children's Healthcare and Medical Director for Tulare and Hines Pediatric Palliative Care Programs. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
We're so excited to have you guys here.
Thank you.
I mean, this makes a huge difference in kids' lives. Make-A-Wish Foundation, just tell us a little bit about the foundation as a whole.
Sure. Well, it was started in 1980, so we're on the eve of our 40th year, and started for one child that was terminally ill. Today, 40 years later, our organization has grown tremendously, and beyond just treating children that are terminal, the Make-A-Wish experience is part of their medical treatment plan and really creates better medical outcomes for our kids.
And you guys were saying you're starting to see when a child gets a wish that it's been helping treatment-wise down the road. How's that all been working?
Yeah, so I work primarily at Children's Hospital and then outpatient as well at the two hospitals that you spoke about. So I see the sickest of the kids in the hospital in general. And when we feel that that child is someone who we could help at home to be able to provide more medical care at home and try and keep them out of the hospital, when we bring those kids on service or admit them into the program, the concurrent care program, part of that process is we ask, have you had a Make-A-Wish? Has anyone talked about Make-A-Wish? Just like we find out about their pain and symptoms, we do that. And some of the kids have had it, some of the kids have been referred, and then others have not. And it really becomes part of our goal to make sure that happens. Because no one has the crystal ball. We can't predict the future with a lot of these kids and some of the diagnoses that we see, cancer and other different things. And kids surprise us a lot of the time. That's the main reason why I'm a pediatrician, because they're unpredictable, but they also can prove us wrong a number of times. So having a wish or the potential for a wish and kind of focusing on that changes it from thinking about their disease all the time to thinking about something more in the line of living. And so I want to live and do the things I need to do to reach this goal.
Yeah, you need something positive to look in within all of this to keep going. I mean,
absolutely.
That's huge.
Absolutely.
How has it changed certain things you've seen with kids when they've gone through Make-A-Wish and they've gotten to do that? How have you seen this affect them?
So first, I think the first thing we say is when we talk about a Make-A-Wish and then we get the whole process going, and she can talk more about how that all works. But having that as a goal helps us sometimes when we're trying to get them to do some treatments and different things that they may not be too thrilled about, especially at home. And we're like, well, we need to get you as strong as possible so that you can have the best time, during your Make-A-Wish. So before the wish, it kind of helps, just like in a lot of ways, helping from that perspective. Yeah. And then after the wish, it kind of has empowered that child, the siblings, the family, to realize that the impossible is possible. Some of the things that they thought I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Some of the things that they're like, there's no way you can do that. Wrong. When you're motivated and you have people to support you doing it, there are a lot of things that you can do.
Absolutely. Well, how does this whole process work when you're working with the kids?
So we come to a family and to a child really at the lowest point in their life. Most of the children we see who are between 2.5 and 18 have been healthy and have suddenly been struck by a diagnosis. So they're in crisis and at a low time in their life. And we come to them to bring back normalcy to the child and to the family by giving them a chance to make a wish, to create their one true heartfelt wish, and to control something at a time in their life where they have very little control over outcomes. So we come to them and we give them 4 choices. A choice of, I wish to go anywhere, I wish to meet anyone, I wish to have anything, or I wish to be anything I want to be. And then that one first and true wish is what Make-A-Wish creates. The experience for that child and their family and for everybody in the household. So it really impacts not only the child but the family and then the community, their teachers, their healthcare providers, the students in their classroom, the church members in their community. And so we see that when we create a wish for a child, over 100 people are impacted in their circle by that wish.
It just gives me goosebumps thinking
Yeah.
of all that. It's an incredible thing.
So, and I think one of the misconceptions that I run into is that people think that a wish is for a dying child or a terminally ill child. A wish is a part of a child's medical treatment, and it creates better medical outcomes. And in this area, we see between 75 to 80% of the children we serve go on to live full and healthy lives.
Wow.
So it's really a very hope and joy-filled job we have at Make-A-Wish.
Absolutely. Is there a way for people to help out, maybe to give back for you guys, to help grant more wishes?
Absolutely. We always have wishes waiting in the Central Valley, and when we raise money here, we're raising money for kids right here in the Central Valley. So they can go to wish.org and support us. They can contact us at the local Make-A-Wish office. We'd love to get them personally connected in the work that we do through volunteering or supporting. And by supporting Make-A-Wish as we look at year end and people are deciding about the organizations that they're going to support, I hope they'll consider us. We're an amazing investment in the life of a young child.
Absolutely. It's just incredible what you guys are doing together and helping all these kids. I mean, and you've gotten to help so many people in the Central Valley. How many kids have you been able to work with?
Well, right now we have just over 250 children waiting for their life-changing wishes. And that number goes up and goes down as we grant wishes and new referrals from our partners come in to create more life-changing wishes.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for everything you're doing. I really appreciate you guys coming in and chatting about this. It makes a huge difference in kids' lives.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.